Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Very good. Bana CS, Honorable Your Excellency, the Honorable members, the Right Honorable, the Speaker of Mandera County Assembly, Honorable members of Mandera County Executive, County Assembly, and wananchi ambao wako hapa, hamujambo tena. Honorable CS, I want to take this opportunity to first welcome you to Mandera. And I want to say you are the 5th CS for education under devolution. And the 4 that preceded you, forget about coming to Mandera. They did not even know Mandera existed. And excuse my language, this is honest truth, because I was here as a governor, desperately trying to engage with them in dealing with the challenges of teachers and the problems we had. So when His Excellency the Governor told me that our CS for education is coming, I could not have missed it for the world, because of how we hold education dear in this county. The county secretary mentioned the issue of transition. Recently I was away when His Excellency the Governor officiated, the movement of the student into the new college before this official opening, and I was greatly touched because, as he has rightfully said, many of these investments could have easily become white elephant project had we not had, a government that seamlessly transitions from one to the other. Before I move into the other issues, Mwalimu Olad, tumetoka mbali sana na Mwalimu Olad na Mwalimu Ali na wengine walikuwa staff ya county hapa. You've done a wonderful job. And I want to say you've done a wonderful job because at the advent of devolution, Bana CS, there was no ECD education in this county. So we could not have had it perfect. It was a first aid investment which was initially put up classrooms in order to make sure there is some opportunity for students to be able to get ECD learning. Now it's 10 years into devolution, it's about time we start looking at quality and standards in terms of what needs to happen. I 100% concur with the findings in all the different levels of the education system that this team have looked into. I know it's going to be a very difficult task because of resource constraints to be able to get 100%. But I'm sure, Your Excellency, you and your team will be able to move from basic infrastructure level that we have started with to a level that will be way better than where we are. There's always room for improvement in order to make sure that we're able to get quality education to our kids. Bwana CS, a lot of people have spoken about the issue of Duxi system. I want to give you a very sad story so that at least as a government, you get to understand how dear the Muslim community and particularly the Somali community hold Islamic education. What we have now in Nairobi, Nakuru, Eldoret, Mombasa, and everywhere is that the Somalis that found opportunity to go to Europe, North America, and the rest, because of this issue of LTGB, or what's the term? Yeah, this homosexuality and many other issues, and the challenge it poses, and the risk that it poses. Most men have decided to remain behind, send their families back home to make sure they get a good Islamic foundation. So for us, it's an absolute necessity. And realizing this, in my 10 years as a governor, our brother Director General remembers very well, NACONEC, they remember very well. I decided to recruit 300 madrasa teachers informally. And I was called by Madam Amina, then CS for Education, and she requested, because we are working on something, please wait a bit, don't recruit them because it might spoil. The necessity has not gone away, and it will never go away. This reality, the sooner the government gets married to it, the better. Because at that point, what did I look at? We had the worst terror incidences in this country, both in terms of frequency of occurrence and severity of occurrence. And we did not do any background check on our madrasa teachers. As long as he reads and his ulama, he can understand. It was impossible for us. We said, if we formalize, bring the informal Islamic education system into the formal education, the government will be able to have full visibility in database in terms of who are teaching these kids, who are the kids getting exposed to, what kind of narratives are they being taught. Because parents are too trusting. They will take the kids there, and then they are taught. At the end of it all, you never know what is being taught. And that is the challenge that we had, and it's an absolute necessity. It's very critical that you take it up as an issue that is inevitable, and we will support at parliamentary level. Lastly, because I don't want to take a lot of time, I'm very passionate about speaking about issues that touch the public. I want to congratulate His Excellency the Governor for operationalizing the Teachers Training College. Bwana CS, when we started devolution, both the health sector and education sector had the same level of susceptibility to terror shocks. And every time we were faced with mass exodus of teachers, and at the same time mass exodus of healthcare workers, because the locals were a very small percentage of that workforce. But one was devolved, the other one wasn't. The one that was devolved, we were able to take control, encourage the public, because health sector was devolved. And we were able to take responsibility, encourage, sponsor, send people, mobilize. And the end result is that today our health sector is no longer susceptible to terror shocks. So we are not worried whether anything happens, because the workforce of professionals we have are more than 90% locals, and they're able to withstand the terror shocks. But the one that was not devolved, our problems in 2013 is the same problem today. Bwana CS. In 2013, we had mass exodus of teachers every year. Today, we have the same. Reason being, the government has never taken the initiative to be able to do something about it. When I decided to build the colleges, I was crucified. My county assembly members were saying, you're wasting money investing in national government function. But what I was looking at is a situation that will reverse, so that we are no longer going to be susceptible to terror shocks by creating our own local workforce. I want to plead with you as the CS today, because history is going to judge you, as the CS today, to support this Teachers Training College. I know with conviction that the county government will do their best. I don't need to even say it, because the goodwill is there already, and they are going to do what needs to be done. But the Ministry of Education, this is an extraordinary setting. If you care about the population of this region, Mandera, Wajir, Garissa, and you care about our children having access to education, then we must deal with the issue of susceptibility to terror shocks, because the problems in Somalia, we cannot choose our neighbors. Unfortunately, we will remain closely bordered with Somalia. Unless Somalia becomes stable, the spillover of terror issues will continue affecting us. So we must devise a homegrown solution to be able to deal with this. Whatever that our MPs can do in bursary, I'm sure it will be done. Whatever the county government is to do will be done. That college has taken over 350 million shilling already The technical training college has taken over 500 million shilling of county government money. That shows the level of dedication. I know you've shown very serious goodwill in this short visit you've had. I hold your visit extremely dear. You have already made promises and actioned them while we are seated. I can't thank you enough. I just want to tell you, there are teachers training college across the country, but there is one teachers training college or two or three teachers training colleges in this region that is a transformational investment for the government of Kenya to save the population of this region from illiteracy resulting from lack of education because we have no teachers. I think I will leave it at that. I want to take this opportunity to say asante sana, karibu sana. We are immensely grateful for your visit. Wassalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.